Sorry, I'm just gonna open this real quick.
So, I'd like to welcome our viewers and our listeners and homebodies to Radio Big Sky's Tuned Up in Big Sky, episode 3, where we feature local musicians, their music, and their journey. We're not going to use the C word in this time for this show. It's a time for reflection and joy and celebration in the form of silver linings. We are unscripted, we are unadulterated, and we are Big Sky Entertainment. So we are super amped to be joined by the amazing and beautiful and highly talented Hanna Powell for this week's show. What a day. This might be my most favorite gorgeous day of the year. How did you spend it?
I was just actually out on a walk with Merle. It's beautiful. Everything's melting really quickly. It's already getting really mucky. I can tell we're gonna have a pretty crazy mud season.
If we're not skiing, let it melt, right?
Yeah, no kidding. I'm with you.
Speaking of Merle, what is your relationship like now that we've been, isolated for the last couple of weeks? How has your relationship changed?
With Merle?
Yeah.
Merle's happy as a clam.
Right?
He's got to living his best life right now.
I feel like Thea will sit there and look at me and go, "Are we really going for another walk?"
Yeah. I'm over it, Dad.
I'm used to sitting home all day, licking the cat's butts, laying on your bed, and now she's kind of like, WTF, what's going on?
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Awesome. So I got a little question for you. Normally, most of my folks have been, the first question is, how'd you get to Big Sky? And so my question to you today is, growing up as a Montanan, how did you get to Big Sky? But also describe your youth or your, young adulthood growing up in Montana.
Well, I grew up in Pony Harrison area. So
Time out. Let's do a cheers first.
Oh, cheers. Yes.
All right.
So I grew up in Pony Harrison area where there wasn't a whole lot to do besides play basketball and play outside. And I guess when you grow up that way, it gives you a love for the outdoors and the mountains. And when I was 18, I went to school in Missoula for a semester, had literally no idea what I wanted to do as far as education. So I was going to take a semester off and come to Big Sky and work for the winter. Right. And that turned into me never leaving. Yeah, pretty much. I think it's the love for Montana that my parents instilled in me, which has kept me here and just kept me loving Montana and what it has to offer and just its beauty, really.
I've yet to have a true Montanan on my show, any of my shows yet.
Yeah.
How do you define a Montanan?
Well, I feel like a Montanan is somebody that'll help anybody, give their shirt off their back to anybody. You wave at everyone going down the street. Very friendly, good to your neighbor. Love for the outdoors, obviously, and a respect for the mountains. I think the mountains is what keeps a lot of Montanans here. Just being able to look out our window and look at what we get to look at.
Right. When you moved here to Big Sky and you've seen, various people like myself who've been transplanted here from across the country or the world or whatever, what's your perspective of those individuals, and not, we're shading politics and we're shading the C word, obviously, but what's your perspective of people who come into Montana, and how have you seen from a perspective of a Montanan how they adjust?
Well, I guess that's kind of hard because I live in a place where most people aren't from Montana.
Right.
So I feel like Big Sky specifically, everyone's really here because of their love for the outdoors. And it's easy to make friends and get along with people in Big Sky. And I feel like I have a million friends here because you can just see somebody on the mountain and be like, oh, let's take a couple laps. Or, you see somebody on a bike trail and you ride the rest of the ride together. It's a community, and it's a community where everyone enjoys the same type of outdoor activities. So you're able to forge meaningful relationships by adventuring with people.
Speaking of that, how do we segue into your musical amazing talents and history of musical endeavors here in Big Sky? Where did it begin?
Yeah.
How long ago did it begin? Where did it start?
I grew up singing my whole life. Started in church when I was a child, and then I would say when I was in junior high, I had an amazing music teacher that really just kind of she told me that I had a good voice, but I didn't believe her. And so that took me a long time to really like trust myself and trust singing in front of people. I was terrified. But I think when I moved to Big Sky, I met Kent Johnson. And he is the first person that got me singing outside of really choir in school. And I was still terrified. But then I quickly realized, I think one day I just woke up and was like, why the hell am I scared? Like,
Yeah.
no one's judging me for getting up in front of people. Like, sing for yourself. And I think that's what turned around me as a singer and my voice and made me better. And just once you can let go of that fear of rejection, I guess it is, I don't know, that's when your craft can start to elevate.
So up to this point, I've had musicians like yourself, but they sing, but they've also accompanied themselves with an instrument. Stumpy with a guitar and a stand-up bass. Kevin Obi-Wan Fabosi with various mandolinio family things. This is a cool whole perspective of like, one of my go-to questions is always like, what instruments do you play? And I
Yeah.
love that your instrument is a voice. And like, I'm struggling with the idea of like, how do you begin to be a musician without an instrument? Like, so walk us through that process of like, I've got my voice, that's my instrument, but this is how I'm going to do it. And then are there outlets that you have to go and navigate to find other people to join in? Or, we all sing in the shower,
Yeah.
walking around the house. How is it that the voice became your thing and that reaching out to others to help accompany that voice?
I guess I'm still working on it. I don't know. But I'm lucky enough to have a super talented boyfriend that basically would play guitar 24 hours a day if he could.
Right.
So I don't think I've ever asked him to play a song with me and he said no. Like he's that obsessed with playing his guitar.
He
And
doesn't play 24 hours a day?
well, he's shooting for like 8 a day in the quarantine. He's doing pretty good. But yeah, I guess I've been lucky to always have friends or somebody that would want to play. And I feel like that's what's cool about Big Sky too, is there's such an amazing community of musicians that all get together and kind of collaborate, whether it's like Lauren and Stumpy have their thing and Fabosi and Stumpy have their thing and Xander and Benny and, then all of us can jump in together and have fun. And that's what makes music amazing. And what makes it resonate with people is you can form connection,
Right.
So.
Yeah, I noticed that when Miss Claudia put on that show with you girls, ladies. I don't
What
know.
an amazing show.
It was unbelievable. Tears were like every time someone got on stage, I would be like, "Oh my God!" Like it was our regular friends and people we associate with, and the fact that you just said Big Sky's an amazing place to create music. It's like I had always known there were musicians here, but when I saw that one particular event, I was blown away by the amount, and obviously it wasn't everybody in this town, but like, how does, like, I don't even know how to, wrap my head around like how that happens.
Oh, and
That,
the caliber of talent with all of those women. It was pretty crazy.
I mean,
Yeah.
what'd you learn from that?
Oh my God. What didn't I learn from that? I felt like that was such an amazing, I'm going to cry right now. Claudia put something together that I think touched so many people. I know there was one mother that saying her daughters came backstage and were bawling, crying, and we're just like, Mom, that was amazing, and I was just touched to know that people felt that way about it. But backstage, it was the exact same energy. I mean, I feel like it was just women supporting women, which is definitely what needs to be happening in this world.
Yeah.
And it was breathtaking. It was awesome.
It was awesome. Totally amazing night for me. If you don't mind taking a break from chit chat,
Yeah.
it would be cool if you gave us a little bit of your voice because we've been sitting here talking about it.
Yeah, I'd love to.
and I'm assuming you have to bring Xander in for this. Or
I'm gonna bring him in, and
gonna...
we're gonna sing a tune that basically this is a song by the Judds. The Judds are artists. It's a mother-daughter duo that played a huge part in my love of music and gave me a lot of my inspiration for our show. We do a lot of their songs. This one that we're gonna play is called "Why Not Me."
Cool, thank you. Those of you in the audience who don't know Xander, foremost, he's an Eagles fan, so that makes it amazing.
Right.
Foremost, he's is an amazing person, spiritually, professionally, and we welcome him. Even though this show is about Hanna,
That's why I'm further back, JJ.
Love that you're distancing. Distancing, but giving her, this is her show. So
Yeah.
Xander's show will become sometime in the future, so look out for that. But repeat the song and the artist, please.
This song is called "Why Not Me," and it's by the Judds.
Awesome.
You've been looking for love all around the world. Baby, don't you know that this country girl's still free? Why not me? Will you finally come down to your old hometown? Your Montana girl's been waiting patiently. Why not me? Why not me on a rainy day? Why not me to love your cares away? Why not me? Why not me when the nights get cold? Why not me when you're growing old? Why not me? You've been searching from here to Singapore. Ain't it time that you notice the girl next door, baby? Why not me? Well, you had to see if the world was round. Ain't it time that you learned how good settling down could be? Why not me? Why not me on a rainy day? Why not me to love your cares away? Why not me? Why not me when the nights get cold? Why not me when you're growing old? Why not me? Why not me? Why not me when the nights get cold? Why not me when you're growing old? Why not me? Why not me? Why not me?
Oh my God.
Xander's like, if you make me play another Judd song.
No, I love it.
Unbelievable. Wow. You caught me off track there. That was awesome. Thank you. That was
Yeah, my pleasure.
that is an amazing time. Obviously you play with Xander. You play with other people in town. How's that roll out? You know, pre this, and then we'll talk about post this or during this, I should say.
Yeah. I think that Xander and I would both say that it's weird. It's a weird time to not be able to like meet up and just jam with your friends. But I guess if you can play, then you're, better than most. I don't know. You have something to do. I don't know. It's a weird time. I don't even know how to like navigate it, I guess.
Yeah. You know, this is my third show, and I feel like creativity seems to be emerging out of this whole situation we're in. How have you been differently creating things or creating differently, if that's the words?
Gosh.
If you haven't, that's cool too. But
Yeah, I don't know if I have. I feel like there's been a lot of ups and downs, and it's like, I guess I've done my hair a few times. Xander and I did write a song the other day.
cool.
It comes and goes, It's like peaks and valleys.
Yeah. Speaking of that, what is it like? Capital IT. What is it that keeps you wanting to sing, to write songs, to perform? Like, what is the it in this?
For me, it's the most ultimate form of creative release that I've discovered for myself. I'm a very creative person. I painted and made jewelry before I became a hairstylist and a singer, but it's like with my job being a hairstylist, I get a creative outlet. And then with singing, I get one, but it's even more amazing. It's the ultimate. So that's why I want to sing. There's nothing like being up, like is the women's concert, for instance. I had like pure adrenaline walking off of that stage, because there's one thing singing at Scissor Bills or Lone Mountain Ranch Bar at Hornet Cancel. That's a great atmosphere, really fun. But when you're in an amphitheater like that in front of everyone just staring at you, I mean, that was a high. I came off stage just like, it was pretty crazy.
Great feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nerve-wracking in the beginning, and then when you get done, you're like, oh my God, we did this.
You're kind of just like, was that real? It was awesome. It's like doing theater as well.
Speaking of that, and I feel like you wear, like myself, you wear many hats in this community. You've done some theater, you manage your own salon, you play music, you recreate, you've done things I probably don't even know I've known you for a while. How do you juggle and balance all of those things? Like, what's your recipe to balance?
Being your own boss. I think a huge part of it, the reason why I'm able to play music and really like do that on the side, is because I can make my own schedule. And I kind of have the power over my professional life in that way. And that's really opened a lot of doors. And, I don't get to recreate as much as I used to. I'm not snowboarding 100 days a year or anything like that. But I feel like it's quality, not quantity these days for me. Yeah. But cool. It's good. It's I feel really lucky to live here and be able to drive 15 minutes and get to a ski resort.
Yep. As we do, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Switching gears a little bit.
Okay.
Favorite lyric, favorite riff, drum solo, guitar solo. For you, maybe probably go back to lyric, but like one that sticks out that you often may find yourself walking around the house or walking your dog and it's in there. Like,
yeah.
What's the one that stuck?
I feel like one of my favorite lyrics of all time and songs of all time is by Jason Isbell. It's called "If We Were Vampires." Oh, and it's kind of like sad, but also beautiful. It's about true love, and it's haunting, but also makes you, I don't know. I can't explain it, but he's one of my favorite songwriters in general. I mean, the guy can just do things with words that I can't even understand. He used the word facetious in a song, and it worked, like, he's incredible. So that's probably one of my favorite songs of all time.
I think sobriety has to play into that role of Isabel being, differently writing music than he used to with Drive-By Truckers.
Yeah. I mean, I think anything you go through in life has an impact on your songwriting. I wouldn't even say I'm a songwriter, but I think that personal experience can definitely feed into that. And sometimes it comes from somewhere else, but I think personal experience plays a big role in what you can project.
How about now? If I were to go to your phone and put on your Spotify or your Apple Music or your whatever venue, a platform of music, who are you listening to more than other people lately?
Susan Tedeschi.
Oh.
I'm pretty much obsessed with her.
Right?
I feel like I want to be her as a singer. Her voice is just, I mean, she's blues, she's rock, she's soul, she's folk. She could be anything. I just love her. And the Tedeschi Trucks Band, I feel like Xander and I are finding a lot of influence from them with our songwriting. And the song we just wrote last week, I guess it was, it's a blues tune. And I feel like it's something you could hear on one of their albums, maybe, like that kind of style.
Kind of like the Tedeschi Trucks mini Big Sky version.
Yeah, please say that about me. I love it. She's incredible.
how prepared you are, but would you sing it? Would you guys play us that song that you wrote? Or is it not?
Yeah, we could play that, Xander.
That would be amazing.
Sure.
Yeah.
The Stones.
No, the
Oh, you do that one.
I think he wants the blues tune we just wrote.
Oh.
That one.
Is this the first time, like, live that anybody's heard it? Besides
This
yourself?
one, we played it on Instagram.
Let's do the Stones.
Oh, we'll do another one that's kind of.
This is more Tedeschi Truck.
This is another one that we wrote. We wrote this one a couple months ago, but it is also very inspired by their sound. This one's called This Stone.
Okay.
This one's never been
This one we've never played.
in
Yeah, no.
public before, I don't think.
Yeah. I've been on this long line so many times. I've been trying to find a sign to lead me to the reasons why. This road, broken with the stones I wish I'd never thrown. This stone, building up a wall, trying to keep myself alone. I gotta break through, I gotta let go. Take me to the place where I ain't on my own. I've been praying for the cold rain to wash me clean. Lightning fills the skies and wakes up the thunder inside of me. Well, this life is anything that I want it to be. This home was built for the cold heart beating inside of me. I gotta break through, I gotta let go. Take me to a place where I ain't on my own. On my own. I gotta break through, I gotta let go. Take me to a place where I ain't on my own. I've been on this long line so many times. Woo. Can I just give a shout out for Xander with the slide?
We'll
Yeah.
slide.
So pretty.
Something about that slide that just makes you go woo from one.
Yeah.
That's it, Derek Trucks.
It does, yeah. He's been really playing a lot of slide. He's doing well.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love that. That's a great sound. Xander, thank you for joining us today. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Anytime, JJ.
I'm all worked up after that one. That's amazing. That was really soulful. How about this?
Yes.
If you were somehow isolated in a small ski town, what are your top 5 songs or albums that you'd bring with you, or that you would pull out while you're sitting at home isolated?
Top 5. All right. Beyonce Lemonade. That's happening.
Yeah.
I'd probably take a couple Tedeschi Trucks albums right now because I'm pretty obsessed.
Yep.
Nashville sound.
Oh God, Nashville Sound, Jason Isbell and the 400 unit what is it? 400 unit in the Nashville Sound.
No, Jason's well before.
Yeah, love that one. Fifth one. Ooh, I might have to do a Judd's Greatest Hits.
Oh man.
Is that wrong?
After today, I'm gonna get into re-listening to the Judds. I think I went through
I'm telling you, like the 90s Judds, early 90s Judds, there's so many good ones.
a thing in college where it was a moment, but I was also in Ohio, so that wasn't Judd country as much it was, but
As Pony, Montana.
it might have been playing at bars and stuff while we were playing darts and drinking underage, so I'm not
You never, JJ.
I know you collaborate with Xander, other people in town. If there was one musician you could collaborate with right now, tomorrow, he or she would call you up and be like, let's do this Zoom, let's rock it out. Bam. Who would it be?
Oh, golly. That's really tough.
I know.
I might go Gaga.
Really?
I might.
I'm sure you've watched the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a Gaga lover before that. I feel like all these people are like, oh, she's so amazing. I had no idea. I'm like, yeah, duh. I don't really even love her, like, really dancey tunes. That's not, like, the Gaga I love, but I love her, like, raw, anything where she's singing with just her and a piano or, acoustic or anything like that.
Can you keep a secret?
What's that?
Can you keep a secret?
Yeah.
I watched that 2 nights in a row.
A Star is Born?
Like literally, I watched it one night. I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" And I watched it again the next night. And
Did you cry both times?
I might have, but I have not done that with Star Wars or Family Vacation or anything. So,
Yeah,
right on board with you with that. That's amazing.
I just think she's such a versatile artist and can do so many different things. Like her voice, in particular, is a voice that she can make it sound a million different ways, where you'll hear a song and you won't even know it's her. And I think that that's what people got to see in that movie finally, right, is like that raw side of her. And she writes all of her own music, which I think is pretty badass.
Yeah. Speaking of raw.
Yeah.
I feel like, a lot of us layman folk will sing in the shower. And I feel like it's a safe spot. Hopefully the bathroom door is closed. There's a curtain you close. There's water running. And you have this safe feeling of like, okay, I can sing. I probably don't sing well. Singing has got to be, and I'm not a musician. I played piano for kindergarten through 8th grade and hated it from 6th to 8th grade, and then regretted that I stopped playing and wish I still went back to it. But sitting and singing, standing and singing, walking around and singing is got to be like super vulnerable. Like when you're allegedly, I've heard from some musicians, when you're playing piano or guitar or a saxophone or a trumpet, you can kind of mess up and make it sound like you didn't mess up. Singing, I feel like, is so whole and organic and amazing that if you were to go off tune or something, sing the wrong line, how does that vulnerability help you perform as a performer? Like,
I think that it's all about body language and stuff. Like, I feel like people would rather watch a singer or a band or that has a bunch of energy on stage that is bringing all of this energy, and maybe they mess up a few notes, than a band that's just completely perfect but just like kind of stale. Like people want energy. Yeah. If you can bring that energy, no one's going to notice if you sing one wrong note. I've learned that the hard way by not being really like stealth about it and showing, and I'm still learning. That's a hard thing. And I think that's how you grow, though, is from the mistakes you make, even in music.
There's one of my favorite musicians, Martin Sexton, who I've been watching on Fireside music Sunday nights. It conflicts with Stumpy, and we'll get to where you guys are playing soon in a minute. But when he messes up, whether it's on stage or it's in this Zoom virtual world we're living in right now, it almost makes it more real to know that, hey, you know what? I'm just like you. I just happen to be maybe gifted or practiced a little bit more than you to know that I mess up a lot and that's okay. And in these times, like where we're all trying to navigate all this stuff, like it's okay to mess up. I feel like people are being really hard on themselves and softening up compassion for ourselves and for others should play a huge role. And I feel like music is the one, many places, but the one place where we can. I'll be driving my truck with Elijah playing Hits 1, and he'll be singing, and I've heard this pop song so many times that I'll try to sing along, and I don't know the exact words, and I feel nervous not to sing it the right way, but at the same time, the windows go down, and you're like, I'm just gonna sing how I the words. Like there are so many lyrics out there in the world that we've all misinterpreted growing up that is like vulnerability plays a huge role in music.
Yep. And I think some people look at musicians and they're like, oh, that person is so freaking talented. Like, I can't believe they have all that raw talent. But like in the reality of things, they've put in a lot of time and effort and work, you know, to build their craft. And it's not like Xander just woke up one day and is an amazing slide guitarist. Like it takes a lot of effort and a lot of diligence. And that's something that really helped me as I worked with Sarah Mitchell. I probably worked with her for like 6 months, and it completely elevated my singing, changed my ear. She is amazing for anyone that wants to sing.
She's on my list. She is on the list for Tuned Up in Big Sky.
Good. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so awesome. I can't wait to hear her sing. Make her sing.
Right? We're gonna sing, whatever. She's unbelievable. We're gonna completely switch this up here. We have a new thing starting this week. I have acquired a co-host. Her name is Heather Morris.
Yay!
Who's also an amazing musician.
Yes.
In the years,
I had no idea too. That's one where I had no idea.
I consider us really, really good friends, besties in some parts, and when she played that evening, I was blown away. And so we're doing a new thing.
Cool.
It started today.
Cool.
You're our first little victim, or our what I call her my new co-host is.
Yay! She
shoots me what we call rapid fire questions. So she gave me some for you today.
Okay.
And, you're not prepared for this, so you're gonna have to answer them as best you can.
Okay.
Vulnerability will come out, honesty we love, and it's all good because we have to be soft on ourselves at this time in our lives or any time in our lives. Here we go. First one. If you weren't living in Big Sky, where would you see yourself thriving?
It's almost like I feel like I would need to like flip the switch completely and like go to Hawaii.
Me too.
Because I feel when I was there, I was on the North Shore of Oahu the last time I was there. I have a friend that lives there, and Bill from Scissor Bill's sister lives there. Yep. And so we got to like meet some of the community, and it was almost like Big Sky at the beach, like same sort of vibes, really friendly, small town. But like I keep dreaming about living somewhere warm, so that's coming to me.
I feel like my first half of my life, I've lived in the mountains, and I love the mountains, and they were calling, as they say. But
right,
I'd love to do that.
Right, that's what I'm feeling.
What activity that everyone in Big Sky loves do you secretly loathe?
Oh.
Be honest.
Frisbee golf.
Frisbee golf.
You know, I think it's because I'm not good at throwing a Frisbee, probably, and I don't like being bad at things, but I don't like it.
I'm right
there.
I'd
rather just go for a hike. That's what people are like, well, I hike around the woods. I'm like, yeah, but that seems like tick central. I'm out of there.
What is one piece of hair advice that you wish people would listen to?
Don't color your own hair at home. I know that's hard in these times, but just throw on a hat.
Your go-to anthem to sing when you need to get pumped up. What's your go-to anthem to sing?
Go-to anthem. Let me think about this. Oh, anything from the Lemonade album, but probably like, I ain't sorry. I ain't sorry. No, I don't know, probably.
Favorite Easter candy?
Oh, favorite Easter candy? Gosh. I like chocolate, so I feel like anything chocolate. I'm not really into those sugary jammers.
I'm more of a peanut butter chocolate guy.
Yeah. Maybe
During
like
the
a Reese's egg.
during the winter, we will find you outside of work where?
The mountain?
In the summer?
I wish I could say softball fields, probably. I feel like softball takes over my life in the summer. It's fun.
As I've heard.
Yeah.
If you were a ski run, what would your name be?
The Big Coular.
Ooh.
What?
Man bun? Man bun. Yay or nay?
What's that?
Man
Man
bun.
bun? Depends on the man bun and the man.
Okay. Good answer. In honor of James Lipton, our actor studio, and George Carlin, what's your favorite swear word?
I can't say that on air.
You can, because this is a non-kid show. Speaking of that, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Oh. Probably a ski bum.
Awesome.
No, I already am that. I probably want to be, what do I want to be when I grow up? Probably want to be, I don't know. I just want to have nothing to do, like work-wise. I just want to be an adventurer.
That was our rapid fire brought to you by Heather Morris. Thank you.
Thanks, Heather.
I think music heals. So in this time, any time, but particularly now what we're talking about, some places to go online and get your musical fix to heal you from, your week or whatever your needs are. Where do we find you? Where do we find you and Xander? Tell our audience where we go for that.
Xander and I actually have a virtual gig coming up for the Bozeman Arts. And that's on April 19th. Timing, Xander? 3 p.m. And you can find that at bozemanarts-live.com.
Okay.
And they have tons of concerts. So you can check out that website and see all of the other concerts. I think they're doing them like all the time.
Say it again.
It's bozemanarts-live.com.
Yeah. Great thing about this show is people can stop, record, or rewind, forward, pause. Hopefully they do more rewinding than fast forwarding. But all right. We can also see Stumpy on Sundays at 4 p.m. on
Hey,
Facebook.
Stumpy! I love that Stumpy Sundays have continued.
Yes, and that's amazing. All you guys doing your thing. Martin Sexton on Sunday nights, Fireside Chat on Facebook. Never miss a Sunday show from one of my people that I've followed forever, which is Widespread Panic, 6 p.m. on Sundays at nugs.net. They've also come out with a show at night, nugs.net, with, jam band, hippie stuff. Fish is doing Dinner and a Movie Tuesdays at 6:30 Mountain Standard Time on Fish's Facebook. Otherwise, check out all your favorite musicians on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, all those other streaming social media outlets. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram at Radio Big Sky and our YouTube channel. Obviously, if you're watching this, you are already there for upcoming shows, skits, and more. Hanna, please, and Xander, please continue to share your love, humor, and wisdom for others near and far. And if you could end us with one song to encore us out, we would love that. And I so appreciate you taking your time out for me today and for our audience and our listeners.
Thanks for having us.
This has been an amazing thing for me to push my normal moving energy into some sort of creative space.
Right.
So definitely. We're going to end with you guys playing whatever it is that you are. And we appreciate it and love you both.
Thank you so much. We love you, JJ. Thanks for having me. And
awesome.
This was so much fun. Thanks for giving me something to do. I even got dressed today and put on makeup. Yes. So this next song, the next song we're going to do is called My Church. It's by Maren Morris. I've cussed on a Sunday. I've cheated and I've lied. I've fallen down from grace a few too many times. But I find my soul revival when I put the car in drive, roll the windows down and turn up the dial. Can I get a hallelujah? Can I get an amen? It feels like the Holy Ghost running through you when I play the highway FM. I find my soul revival, singing every single verse. Yeah, I guess that's my church. When Hank brings a sermon and Cash leads the choir, it gets my cold, hot burning, hotter than a ring of fire. When this wonderful world gets heavy and I need to find my escape, I just keep the wheels rolling, radio scrolling till my sins wash away. Can I get a hallelujah? Can I get an amen? It feels like the Holy Ghost running through you when I play the highway FM. I find my soul revival, singing every single verse. Yeah, I guess that's my church. Can I get a hallelujah? Can I get an amen? It feels like the Holy Ghost running through you when I play the highway FM. I find my soul revival, singing every single verse. Yeah, I guess that's my church. Yeah, I guess that's my church. Yeah, I guess that's my church.
Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing, the beautiful, the talented Hanna Powell and
Thank you so
her
much, JJ.
sidekick Xander.
Thanks, Xander.
Xander will have a show coming up, within the next couple of weeks, and that's amazing. Thank you guys so much for making Big Sky real, and we got this, and we will see you live in person soon. Thank you so much. That was an amazing afternoon. I really appreciate you guys.
Love you, JJ. Thank you so
Love
much.
you.